Alright, what's up? Now we're gonna read chapter 92 of Dr. Stone. I love this super bready logo for the bread arc. I think the previous chapter had that as well. Yeah, that's so good. That's like the official logo of the series now. Um, this looks like a hint at our next character, a girl with the crazy drill ringlets. I'm super into that. I think that hairstyle is super cute. I guess we're going to use the reporter girl to investigate, figure out, using her memory of famous people all over the earth, where they could find a pro chef for their voyage. And hopefully we're going to try to figure out what the heck is going on with yeast. How do we get some yeast? We need a pro chef! Oh, it's they gotta make more revival fluid too. Yeah, that's right. They burnt up the last of it, making the balloon fly. I myself will go and find enough revival fluid for one person's dose. Yeah, they need to get it from the guano. See, some evil wicked soul who just stashed them away out there. Oh, just the person. Oh! Gen? Does Gen have a secret stash of revival fluid? That as soon as he started hearing people talk about money, he was like, oh, wait a minute. I think this could be worth some Senkyu bucks. um, okay, alright, okay. So the greediest man alive is now going to make a bargain with the silver-tongued devil man in order to revive a chef so that he can eat all of the French delicacies that he loves. Is that our situation here in the stone world? Oh. This is the reporter lady who used to date him when they were both alive back in the modern world. His selections of people would be petrified when she... Oh, so yeah, that's right. Way back during the Tsukasa Empire era, she was in charge of that because of her reporter knowledge. Any statues so you pleased? Without a doubt, you are hiding some. I thought it would be Gen. I thought Gen would have stashed some away when he got the chance. But I suppose there probably wasn't that long of an overlapping period between when Gen had access to the revival cave and understood how it worked, and when Tsukasa had realized he betrayed him and he was not welcome in the Tsukasa kingdom anymore. So maybe he didn't get a chance. I don't know. What? What is his plan here? He's gonna make that so cute? It's like he's just like, I don't get it. Just let him go with it. Ooh. Hoku's Tozai Minami-chan. That's the reporter's name. The initials spell out news. Is that how it works in Japanese? Oh, Hoku Tozai Minami. Ah, northwest. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Is that the way they designate news in Japan? North, south, east, west? Okay, all right, whatever. Oh, wait, no. Okay, all right, I get it now. North, east, west, south, of course, is news. Okay, it's a multilingual pun. Amazing. Oh, so she doesn't even know what it is, but she wants it. She wants back in the usual pattern of making science. Desire, after all, is the impetus of science. Without it, we've never taken the first step. When we make something new, we connect ourselves much closer to our future. Okay, yeah, I suppose that's true. And then from there, it is not that hard to make that next step and be like, well, if desire is good, if desire is the underlying motivation of everything good, then selfishness, which is like the most pure form of desire, just hedonism, perhaps that's good as well? And then we start running into gigantic ethical issues. We got one dose of my little treasure stashed away. Some Michelin, 3-star Michelin chef. Yeah, nah, you knew. You knew what's up. Here they have their little boat. This, of course, being a very common actual ancestral design, something that primitive people actually used. The big counterbalance thing, it's pretty cool. Be Francois. Be able to find them right away. They were with me when I was petrified. So this is his butler from way back in the modern era. Professional in hospitality, aesthetics, etiquette, and food through and through. Something like that, even here in this primitive world, without proper ingredients, to be able to create the dishes everyone wants. Francois being a boy's name. Ah, interesting. Who is this? With the ringlets. Whoa, immediately I need to go find my master. I like that between her depetrifying, she just grabs the clothes immediately, and we like never see her naked. That's the power of true dignity. That's the power of first-class etiquette. 3,700-year petrification. Maybe you should rest of it first. Never change a thing. It is simply my job. I must be off at once. Whoa. Dang. Yeah, this person is very unreasonable. Alright, this is an interesting character. They revived somebody very, very unreasonable. So far, all of the characters have been really interesting in that they're very consistently motivated, even though their kind of motivations and the things they prioritize and stuff are all over the map. They're not like unreasonable to people typically. They're not marching off into the forest with absolutely no sense of where they are, just on a sense of insane duty, which is exactly what she's doing. So, okay, good for you, Francois. Probably Japanese. Wow. The most sought after butler. That kind of skill. Cares about the race or their gender. Dang. Wow, we watched for almost 2 days, almost non-stop. Dang. Getting all the info from Gen along the way. That must have been hell for him, even just in terms of like dealing with a person this single-minded and robotic. Dealing with a person this unreasonable and bullheaded. None of Gen's tricks would work. None of his manipulation conversationally would get through to her. She's become a real powerful ally for Ryusui here. Someone who has his back 1000% and isn't going to get tricked or manipulated like he does every 10 seconds. But if they are doing it out of a sense of duty for their job, is Francois going to want to get paid? Is that going to be a problem for... Holy... Oh my god. The little sketches of them. The like children's drawings behind it. That's like how she sees them. That's how primitive they are to her. I'm complaining about the worst possible situation as part of my job, and let me just ask. Did deserve this industrial waste of gas, did you? Oh, look at these cavemen. Food that can be reserved for the critics of a long voyage. Something that can last a long time and also fill us up would be great. I want bread that's on an edible level. Okay, explain it to me. How do you get yeast? How are you going to get yeast, Francois? How many months do you need to last for it? Be as specific with your numbers as possible. Oh, Senkyu is giddy. Somebody else wants to talk numbers with him. Even Chrome. I feel like his eyes glaze over during the actual mathematics behind what Senkyu is doing. He just kind of knows the causality of it, which is important. But he's never been a details man. Senkyu, though, of course, is doing all these calculations in his head all the time. And now, finally, has someone who wants to speak to him on that level. Passengers give out more before the food does. So at the utmost, we need it to not spoil for at least 10 months. I shall prepare gold blessed Stalin. Ah. It's kind of like a fruitcake, right? Yeah. I think it is just fruitcake. So is it unleavened as well? I think perhaps they don't even need yeast for this. Dang. So the mystery of yeast continues. Oh, nice bolas. This is the name of the double-weighted thing that spins around and catches stuff. They're domesticating the goats! Look, they've got a whole little stable of goats that she's milking. They're making goat butter. Whoa! Whoa! The dairy age! Ooh, they're finally entering the dairy age. Imagine never tasting dairy. Well, I guess maybe these cavemen breastfeed each other. Yeah, of course they do. All right, so you can't really imagine never tasting dairy, but try to imagine you never tasted dairy. Just that whole world of flavor. It's the whole idea of like creaminess, that indescribable sweetness at the heart of lactose. Mmm, mmm, mmm. I love a good glass of milk. I like goat milk a lot too. I like goat cheese a lot. So even though they're lacking the all-star of domesticated food animals, the cow, they still get goats. They're gonna get your goat. Fruits we dried and soaked them in alcohol. Whoa! Here, what means it won't spoil. Senkyu is like pretty impressed with this. The science of cooking. He probably hadn't thought about it too much. Senkyu strikes me as a real cup noodles kind of guy. Senkyu strikes me as the kind of guy that would not spend more than 30 seconds away from his little experimentation table to make food. They're kneading it up. You know what? I get the sense here that I mean, I know it's like more for like the storytelling convention that our most familiar characters, in order to make it fun, are going to be the ones that are doing things like kneading bread, just because of the fun of watching Senkyu and Ryusui making bread. But it also kind of makes sense within the plot that these are the type of guys that would be like, no, we want to try it. Like, all right, kneading it up. So we're upper and lower burner on the stove. You control the temperature of each side independently, right? Oh, okay, so you can cook from the top and the bottom. Perfect hospitality. To answer to every desire is our job. Desire equals justice. What does that mean? What are you trying to tell me about this word justice? Which is a word that humans have made, that we think must exist, that we try to find around every corner. But it's only our shadow. It's only something we ourselves think exists. Desire equals justice. What are you talking about? True battles in the first 9 minutes. Crank up the oven. So in the first 9 minutes of baking on, the bread will swell and expand. Just how much heat energy can transfer into the bread? Oh, okay, all right. Makes sense, makes sense. So without yeast, you still get some rising effect, just from the gases within the bread expanding in the heat. But you really do need yeast, I think, to make what we really think of as like fluffy bread. But yeah, Stollen is like Christmas cake is much denser and heavier, so yeah, I guess they don't need yeast. The mystery of yeast will have to be saved for another day. So Senkyu blows some water into it. Steam is far more dense in its energy transference than air. Ah, so instead of just letting the ambient heat in the air cook the bread, if you put some steam in there, the hot water... Oh, okay, alright, it makes sense, makes sense. They can smell it. I've never smelled anything like it in my whole life. You shall revive the Nanami conglomerate in order to rule this new world. That man, Ishigami Senkyu. Ooh, is this where the antagonism will come through? Is this where the conflict will be reignited? Not with Hyoka busting out of prison or whatever, but with Ryusui reviving his butler, and his butler having the competence and desire and ruthlessness to actually become the villain. It's our greatest desire. Ah ha 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 ha. They want to be in charge. The hell is this bread? It's going to make me go crazy with how good it is. Just can't help myself from crying. Oh man, I'm getting hungry. This is making me so hungry. Gotta take a break after this chapter and get something to eat. Oh, this is so good. Like hardened madeleines. I don't think I'd ever stop desiring these. Okay, it's bread time. They got you some Christmas cake. I think it's funny too that Christmas cake is usually described as kind of like an undesirable food. Fruit cake and stuff. It's like, okay, well, somebody bought this. I guess we gotta eat it. You know, like I always liked it, but it has that reputation, right? It's kind of like a gag bad food. But here, it's just an unimaginably wonderful, delicious dish. Nice. Oh, I'm hungry now. Okay. I think there's one more chapter before we're caught up, so we'll read that in a bit. We can look forward to that tomorrow. All right, bye bye.